my opinion is, and what I have been always looking for in sales leaders, is to have a sales leader that empowers you, that makes it possible for each salesperson to work the way they like to. So some salespeople need more hand-holding. Some salespeople need absolutely less hand-holding and micromanaging. You, as a sales leader, you would be well off into understanding exactly what your salespeople need. Now, the second one is that as a salesperson, you also need it as a sales leader. Very good empathetic skills. You have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of any other department. Because now when you're a sales leader, you actually need to step away from the customer and look at your company. Because everybody will want something from you. As a sales leader, you are helping to drive the top line. Your CFO and your CEO are looking for you to save the day. And you need to understand that each and every person in your company, each and every department head is very protective of their own department. So seeing them as your customers now will help you be a good sales leader internally. So how can you help logistics? How can you help finance? How can you help customer service, etc., etc. So basically you're just changing your customer base to be going from being external to internal. As another skill, this is not skill, it's a trait, but I would say curiosity is really good to have. To be curious about everything that has to do with your customers. We're going back again to the customers, because as a sales leader, you have to be curious about your customers. They are paying the bills at the end of the day. When I became a sales leader in Xerox, I started to go to these these events where my customers were going. So at Xerox, we were selling to CIOs, IT leaders, and so forth. So I started to spend time at different forums and events that were the customer base were IT leaders, IT decision makers, and I tried to be a fly on the wall, or actually to just sit in the luncheons and in the discussion meetings and just listen and listen and listen. What are my customers talking about? What is it that, please don't use this ever. What keeps them awake at night? That's just a horrible thing to say. I certainly hope that these things don't keep them awake at night. But what is it how can I help them through their daily work? Because we always tend to put ourselves in the middle. We always think that my product is really the thing that will help and solve everything for the customers. Now, if you look at this matrix, you'll see that you have two axes. You have what is called direct and indirect sourcing. Direct sourcing means that they are buying stuff that goes directly into something they produce and sell. Okay? So if they're a furniture company, the direct sourcing, they are probably directly the lumber, the wood, and the fabrics, stuff like that. That's direct sourcing. Indirect is stuff that helps the company function. So basically anything else that they don't sell out. So IT services, marketing, food services, whatever, anything else that they don't sell out. Then on the other axis, you have strategic and non-strategic sourcing. Strategic sourcing means that this is of strategic importance to them. If this fails, they fail. And non-strategic sourcing means that there are like plenty of suppliers out there they can choose. Now you have 4 fields here. So unless you are in that strategic and direct box, very few of us are, then you are more or less kind of irrelevant to them. You are not in the center of their minds, so they don't think of you all the time. Understand this and understand how you are placed within their importance radius, and you will be really successful. Humble curiosity. Those two go hand in hand, and that will make you a really good sales leader. So I hope I answered a few. Again, this is a personal view. There are some sales leaders that are completely different than what I would advocate for.